What's going on, High Society? Welcome back to another 5S Draft League Battle video. This week's 7 matchup is a good one. We got the Tuscaloosa Talonflames, currently 4-2. They forfeited last week, could not get their match done, so they got a lot to prove. Going up against the Worcester Delibirds, 2-4, vying to stay in the playoffs here. So we see Tuscaloosa bringing GMAX Lapras, Dracovish, Talonflame, Indeedee male, Vikavolt for the first time this season, and Tsareena. Worcester countering with their somewhat standard team of GMAX, Snorlax, Rillaboom, Pelipper, Arcanine, Machamp, and Gigalith. So typically, Worcester will lead off with Gigalith, try and set up rocks. We saw here a Tsareena lead, probably to try and prevent that. Rapid spin on Tsareena. One of the big criticisms for Talonflames is they have very limited hazard removal and really no hazard setting. So let's see what they can do. Ooh, interesting lead from the Worcester Delibirds though, leading with Machamp. Very offensive here. Looks like Tsareena's going for a U-turn. Let's see what Machamp goes for here. Machamp trying to snipe out a key Pokemon from the looks of it. Close combat, big damage to Tsareena, almost KOs it. Tsareena will be able to U-turn here, but now with Tsareena weakened, ooh, that's a nice damage, critical hit. Gotta love the critical hit. But with Tsareena weakened, that's going to really limit its ability to rapid spin any rocks away. We do see the boots on the Talonflame this week, which will help. That's their most vulnerable Pokemon, but you see Vikavolt takes 25%, Lapras takes 25%. Let's see, Indeedee comes out, setting up the Psychic Surge. So Indeedee, one of Tuscaloosa's best performing Pokemon in the B tier, but with the Specs Expanding Force, it does a lot of damage and able to prevent priority with a pretty decent speed tier. Is very nice. So we see it clicking that Expanding Force there. Worcester's going to have to swap out Machamp if they want to keep it alive. Snorlax is probably the safest switch in, but let's see what they go with. Usually I don't like switching in a GMAX. I'm going to get unnecessary damage, but Snorlax would absorb this the best. Or maybe Rillaboom if it's Assault Vest. That could also be a thing. Let's see. Worcester thinking this one over. He knows the threat this Indeedee holds. Choice Specs. Expanding Force is no joke. It hurts with the terrain up. Alright, switch out into Arcanine. So, does Arcanine have the Assault Vest here? How well will it take this? Expanding Force comes out. How much will this do to Arcanine? Oh, it takes Arcanine out in one hit. So, I'm going to assume that was not an Assault Vest. Yeah, probably an offensive Arcanine. Pelipper comes out now. Interesting switch in. So Indeedee goes for another Expanding Force. This could KO the Pelipper. Ooh, Focus Sash on the Pelipper, which will allow it to stick around. What will Pelipper do? Goes for a U-turn. This could do big damage. Does real big damage. Oh, another critical hit. We're just going to be critting on all of our U-turns this game. So, we'll have fun with that. But that's big damage on Indeedee. No priority, so have to see what Worcester can go for here. They send out Gigalith. Getting the sand up. That will provide some chip for them. Indeedee's just gonna keep clicking that expanding force. It knows its job. Expand. Oof, so much damage. Of course, Gigalith, physically defensive and very high attack, gets the rocks up. So we know Tsareena has the Rapid Spin, but she is very weak right now. Gigalith gets a little bit back with some leftovers, but this expanding force should KO Gigalith unless he wants to switch out, but we see Indeedee getting another KO here, taking out Gigalith. This Indeedee is just on a rampage. The terrain is gone. Rillaboom with Grassy Glide would be able to take it out as well. Alright, what does he send out here? Okay, here's the Rillaboom. Got a pretty safe switch into Talonflame. Resists basically everything Rillaboom can do, except maybe a knockoff, which would really hurt actually. Talonflame with the boots. U-turn comes out. Talonflame should eat this pretty well. That chip damage plus the sand does take away the Gale Wings priority from Talonflame, but Talonflame outspeeds everything on this team very efficiently. So Pelipper's at 1 HP. Machamp has little damage on him, very minor. Oh, here comes the GMAX Snorlax. Okay, so Worcester's looking to get some KOs here. Tuscaloosa's team is pretty weakened. I like the idea of keeping Talonflame around. It takes out everything else other than the Snorlax. So we see them clicking the U-turn. And Juan, head coach of Worcester, is clicking the button. He is going for the Dynamax. Let's see, Talonflame should get the U-turn off here. How much damage will this do? Nothing. You can't even see it on the screen, it did so little. Hiding behind Delibird. Let's see. This might be a case where we see Tuscaloosa have to sack some Pokemon to stall out this Dynamax. Indeedee's still pretty good here. Lets him have a terrain war with the Rillaboom and knocks out the other two Pokemon pretty easily. So maybe Tsareena is his sack. All depends how he feels about the rocks being up. Thing to hard about, oh, he goes for Indeedee, so he's gonna overwrite the grassy terrain here. But Indeedee is not long for this world. Replenish comes out. This will knock out the Indeedee. So first KO for Worcester of the game. Now we'll have to see what Tuscaloosa can do here. They can go out for a clean switch in, maybe even into Dracovish here. Looks like they're thinking. Hovering over Tsareena. Going out into Tsareena, interesting. able to survive the rock damage, being resistant to it. And they're going to try and get off a rapid spin, so they want to make sure that the rest of their Pokemon can get in cleanly. Gigalith's gone, so we know that Worcester doesn't have any other way to get up rocks here. So the rocks go away. Snorlax will get another KO, taking out Tsareena. So now it's tied up as far as Pokemon go. Tuscaloosa's Pokemon are healthier, plus they have their GMAX, which we see come out now, GMAX Lapras. So, have to see how well this does. Snorlax is very bulky. Let's see. Clicking the button. GMAX Lapras in the house. Don't forget, Tuscaloosa started off with GMAX Corviknight early in the season, but picked up Lapras later on. Lapras is definitely one of the better GMAXs, able to get up Aurora Veil, really helps its team. I think GMAXs that can provide something that sticks around even after they're gone, like Aurora Veil, the Wildfire, Whipping Vines, Cannonade stuff, the Stealth Rock, the Steel Bits, you know, those kind of things really benefit from having a lasting impact even after they get KO'd. So Snorlax ate that Resonance up with ease. It's probably even thick fat, so even why it would eat up an ice attack like that. I mean, sometimes you would think like Belly Drum Gluttony and then replenish, but Geyser comes out. Nice damage. Oh, Snorlax go for Belly Drum. Well, can it get the paralysis? Oh, it does. Not Belly Drum, Body Slam, excuse me. But Body Slam always seems to have like ridiculously high paralysis rate. Always fun. Alright, interesting. Goes for the Crunch. I mean, Body Slam is his best move. Psychic Terrain goes away. Lapras gets tiny again. Looks like it's still in the freeze dry, but again, we kind of deduce that this is thick fat, so Snorlax should survive this. Yeah. So he's gonna have to go for Thunderbolt or Hydro Pump. I think Thunderbolt could also pick it up here. Hydro Pump definitely will if it connects. I mean, these Dynamax are just kind of like staring each other in the face. Fire Punches won't do anything. So we just saw Snorlax's full set, Body Slam, Heavy Slam, Crunch, and Fire Punch, so a lot of coverage moves there. I wonder if he's also Assault Vest. We didn't see any leftovers, so that's interesting, and no Berry, so he must be Assault Vest. Or some other item. Who knows? I don't know. And Machamp is in. Close combat. This should take out the Lapras. So the Snorlax did good, at least stalling out the whole Aurora Veil. Like the GMAX just kind of like traded, right? So it's 3-3. Tuscaloosa still ahead as far as HP goes. And now Talonflame's going to be able to just click buttons here, though, with Snorlax out of the way. Let's see what it wants to do. Brave Bird, that should knock out Machamp here. Big damage. See how much recoil it gets here. What can you do against this? Like, you can't even Grassy Glide priority it, so you gotta... Setup Rain is fine. Talonflame's gonna U-turn out of here, so... Setting up Rain was fine, but... U-turn comes out. Knocks out Pelipper. Rillaboom versus the world. Let's see what Tuscaloosa wants to send out here. They go on to Vikavolt. Vikavolt. Same thing as Pelipper, is just going to really resist everything Rillaboom can throw at it. See. I don't even know what Rillaboom can do here. Vikavolt clicking that Bug Buzz. U-turn, probably the only thing that doesn't get resisted, but not enough. Bug Buzz. Big damage, takes out Rillaboom. Wow, one hit, that's crazy. And with that, Tuscaloosa gets the dub. They're back on track. Unfortunately, with that loss, Worcester is out of the major playoffs, but they will be in the lower bracket, vying for the consolation prize of the #1 seed. Guys, comment down below what you thought of the match. What do you think Worcester could have done to turn around? And as always, stay classy, society.